know what to wear for the first one, so I was just in jeans and a t-shirt, right? And I was lucky I didn't wear thongs. And here I am on an Australian government panel talking to like businessmen who are like, 40, 50 years old, at least 20, 30 years my senior. And they're all sitting there fascinated, wanting to hear about my story and importing and going to China because not everyone's doing it. And certainly people weren't doing it and selling online. I mean, hands up who actually wants to start selling online and not just a brick and mortar store. Yeah, that's still really the way to go. I mean, you can have a brick and mortar store, that's the way to go, but it's just so much easier. And that's me, of course. You all saw the interview with me on Kerry Ann. And sorry, I just cut that short. I just decided I wanted to cover more content today for you. So the question is, was I happy? Was I happy knowing that I didn't have to follow a law career like my brother did for several years? Was I happy, making millions of dollars? Was I happy knowing that I wouldn't actually, have to follow the yellow brick road of trading my time for dollars? Was I happy that I was all over the news and I walked into my 5-year high school reunion right after the bat of being on the Kerry Ann show? Guys, it was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful because I still had my friends, who were in high school who, they were getting their 9 to 5, they were doing their 9 to 5 jobs. And they were tired, they were doing all those types of things and they were following that yellow brick road and I just knew I didn't have to. And that was just a really cool feeling. So the question I asked you was I happy? You bet I was. You absolutely bet I was. It was absolutely fantastic, and that's what China can do if you're prepared to step out of the masses and actually pursue it. So I want to ask you a question. You guys impressed with me? Do see a show of hands.
Are you still happy?
Yeah? Well, guess what? Who cares? It's not about me speaking and showing you how awesome I am and I'm the most fantastic guy in the universe and I'm Superman or Batman or whoever else you're inclined to, Iron Man. This is not about me. It's really about you. You're here today to learn about what you can do and how you can make money from China. You're here to hear the Brendan Elias story as much as it can help you. And after that, it's no longer interesting. I have a more important question. I've just told you all the success I've had, right? And all the benefits and great things about China. But I want to ask you this. Is the importing business all sunshine and rainbows and unicorns? Is it? Because I could sit here and just say the best things about China. Would you believe me? Absolutely not. Why? Because if you're not careful and you don't actually follow the right path and learn the right things to do and not make the mistakes, and guys, I've made mistakes, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Who wants to see the most... Here I am as a guru, as a teacher, but who wants to see the dumb things I've done? Anyone curious to see what dumb things I've done? Yeah? Great. So, here it is. Please don't laugh at me. I'm a little bit shy, I'm a little bit, but I imported 7 containers of faulty goods. Okay, that sucks. Ordered stock not as described. That's a big one that you get in China. I've ordered stock that didn't work. I even stored broken stock. Now, what's the difference between stock that didn't work and broken stock? Well, broken stock worked once, now it doesn't. Okay, and you're going to have a lot of that when you're importing from China, especially if you don't pack it correctly into your containers. Non-delivery of goods. That's a big one. A lot of these people on Alibaba, global sources, made in China, these websites, promise you the world, you pay the money, and guess where the goods go? They just disappear. And you have goods seized by customs if you don't actually have a good customs broker looking after you. Right, you've got to be careful of that. I've had that happen to me. It feels terrible. Right? And good news is I've made every mistake in the book, and hopefully you won't have to. Right, because I'm going to be giving you enough information, and the training for import forum is full of really good information that will show you how to not make these mistakes, even the stupid mistakes. So what I want to do is I want to know who here has been scammed and has been scammed. Okay, how much have you been scammed for?
Just $1,000.
$1,000. Can anyone top that? $2,000? $2,500. Anyone beat? Can you beat that, sir? How much did you get taken for?
$1,500.
$1,500. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, and sir?
It would have been more than that. It would have been $180,000 if I wouldn't put a stop to it.
Okay, so you're smart enough to put a stop to it.
Well, no, actually I emailed you and waited for the question and they didn't reply. So.
Okay, well here I am to answer all your questions today. So meet me at the end and I'll be more than happy to help. Okay, so you lost $2,500? Okay, fantastic. What did you do?
I've got remote control cars that just never turned up.
Okay, fantastic. So what did you do? Tell me the process.
I found the product on Alibaba and chatted with them and asked them about the specs and had a 2-week long conversation with them back and forth. Sort of felt that it was all legit.
And did you send them? Did you even get a sample of it?
No.
So you just trusted? Let me get this straight. You trusted a random person in a country you don't live in, with $2,500, You never met him. Did you speak to him on the phone?
I got things before that just turned up, so I thought, okay, this will be fine.
Did you speak to him on the phone?
Yeah, I spoke to him on the phone.
Okay, and you sent the money?
Yep, sent the
And
money.
after you sent the money, how many emails and calls were there?
I emailed maybe 1,000 times and not one reply.
Okay, congratulations. That's the most stupid mistake in the room today. Give him a round of applause. And here's it. See, being stupid can actually help. So here you go. There's a copy of my book. Congratulations. There you go.
Thank you.
See that? So, like, I just want you to understand, guys, that I'm still learning, and I'm refining the process, and we're all getting better and better at this. But understand that this is what happens in China, and this, even the stupid mistakes happen. But the thing is this: you don't want to make them 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. You can still make money making mistakes, right? That's fine. But what's unforgivable is making the same mistake twice. Okay? So what you can do is you're going to take action, all right? And watch out for this. Because here's what happens. Here's the downside. And I'm going to show you exactly. I've showed you the top of the mountain, exactly where I was. I'm going to talk about the end of my company. Right? This big successful company you heard about. This is what can happen. Right? I had a big crash. What happened was a number of events, possibly the most significant. And this is, guys, I'm talking about right now. I'm quite emotional about this. This is the darkest time in my life, right now, that I'm actually communicating. Who's read about this on the internet, about the crash of my company? Okay, guess what happened? Okay, here I am, and here's a picture of a warehouse fire. Okay? I was traveling in India. Just finished my law degree in Canada. Right? Flying back in India, having a holiday of my life, and I got a phone call. And it was on global roaming, so I was really rushing because I hate paying Telstra those like $5,000 for a phone call in India. And it was my warehouse manager, who sounded like my best friend. And he said, "Brendan, your warehouse is on fire." And I'm like, "Yeah, very funny, Tristan, hang up," put it in my pocket. And then I started having this sick feeling, maybe it was actually true. And the phone rings again. He goes, "Brendan, you're sitting down. This isn't a joke. Your warehouse is burning down." On New Year's Day. Wow. That's cool, right? Because I said, look, I had about $90,000 worth of stock. It's a lot of money. And guess what happened? I said to him, "That's cool. How much can we salvage? 50%? How much of the bikes do you get out?" "Brendan, we got nothing out." And this is actually a photo of my warehouse burning down from the Sydney Morning Herald. This is down in Botany, right? Anyone flown into Sydney Airport today? Hands up. Yep. Guess what? The fires were so ferocious, and here's another picture of them, when they're close to giving up, were so ferocious they actually had to switch runways and close down one of the runways because my warehouse was burning down that ferociously. And bang. Okay? And right then was a dark time where I mentioned that I had containers that were seized by customs, and suddenly, right, all this fantastic story just crashed. And the beauty of this is, the great news is that I've learnt the hard way these mistakes, so you don't have to. Okay, so I never had one of these. Hands up here who would actually be running a multi-million-dollar business without an insurance policy. See, I'm the only dumb enough to make that mistake in that room. And people say you live life with no regrets. That's BS. Okay, I have one regret. Okay, I have two regrets. One of the regrets is that I didn't have an insurance policy. The second regret is that I actually called the insurance agent after, and I asked him the question, how much would an insurance policy, a warehouse fire insurance policy, cost me? Thinking, it was $10,000, $20,000. Anyone ever, parked in an illegal area and think, maybe I won't get a ticket? And you just take that gamble? Hands up if you've ever done that? Yeah? Okay, I did the same thing, thinking, maybe $10,000, $20,000, right? Nothing's going to happen. Called up, it was $400 for the policy. Ouch. So guys, make sure you're insured to the hilt. Okay, and everything I teach is about showing you not just the success, but the mistakes I made and how to avoid them. I then met an experienced web marketer named Alex Ryan, and you'll notice the handsome man at the back of the room. And next to him is Alex. And Alex says to me, "Look, Brendan, you know so much about China. You're so excited about it. You're so passionate about it. You need to tell the world about it. You need to start up some sort of company where you can educate people." And I'm like, "Yeah, no one wants to learn about China, Alex. That's a silly idea." And then I went away. I thought about it for a little while, and I was asking friends and family, and they go, "Oh my God, that's a great idea. Teaching people how to import from China?" I was like, yeah, but someone's doing it, right? So I went on Google, I looked around, and I found that there's no one out there like us, really properly teaching this information in a dedicated manner. Right? You've got different types of company related to China, but no one actually educating the public about this. So I called Alex up and I said, Alex, let's do it. And you've all seen, hands up who's been on our website. Fantastic. Hands up, keep your hands up if you've seen my videos. Okay, great. And you guys enjoying the videos? You find them helpful? Okay, great. And the good news is, we're going to be coming out with more. As we come out with more, you're going to be getting an email with those in it. And that's a copy of the website which you've been up, and we're always putting new information, new articles on that. So I have something I want to say to you guys, and that you could probably guess already for those of you who've got eyes, is that I want to say to you guys, thank you. This room, right, is just, you've got to understand that the joy that I have right now in my heart, because I see this room full of people like you, that this business is just booming, and we're getting inundated with emails, and some people we can't actually get back to in time, and I apologise for those of you who send emails I can't get back to in time. But understand that we now have customers and visitors from over 58 countries and more than 290 cities around the world. And we're the only source of education of importing of its kind. And we continue to improve our resources. So, guys, can I just clap and thank you? Well done. Thank you so much for all the support of you guys and people like you. And we're gonna take this. We've just got so much positive feedback from you. All of you guys who love my videos. Every time you send me an email saying you like this video, I read it and it makes me very happy. So please keep sending in your positive feedback. And because of this and this response we've had, we're just going to keep coming up with more products on how to sell on eBay, how to go to China, survive the Guangzhou Fair, interviews with exporting masters, all this type of stuff. So your support and your energy is going to create, and we're going to just keep pushing more things for you. Now, there's also one thing I want to do which is quite selfish. Do you guys mind if I take 10 seconds and pause the seminar and do something that I want to do just for myself for 10 seconds? Is that all right with you? Do I have your permission? Sure. All right, fantastic. There's also one person besides Alex who's been absolutely critical in this business being set up and have the success it has today, who's been nursed the idea from the start with me and built it from start to finish. She's the love of my life, and I love it a bit, and I just want everyone to stand up and give a round of applause to my girlfriend, Kieran, at the back of the room. There you go, guys. So now I want you to remain standing. So you're in receipt. Stand up, guys. Keep going. Don't be shy. Okay, so what I want you to do is to loosen up a little bit. So, what we're going to do is, if you've got someone next to you, I want you to turn to them and I want you to start giving them a bit of a massage. Give them a little bit of massage. A little shoulder massage, don't be shy. You guys at the back too, I can see you. London over there, give a massage. Okay, 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Okay, now, switch to the other person, now you have to give it back. And if they didn't give you a good massage, then don't pay them back with a good one. Okay, now finally I wanted you to turn to the person next to you, and on the count of 3, I want you to say, I am so much better looking than you. 1, 2, 3. Fantastic. Well done, guys. Fantastic. Great. Okay, so Sarah, could you please hand out I mentioned before that you guys, we'll be giving the seminar's being recorded and you get a copy of that, and also that 3 of you will get your half-hour free consultation with me for good applications. So Sarah's and Alex are going to hand out these forms. Again, we'll only be able to select the 3 best, so just relax, don't go through them just yet. In the break you'll have plenty of time to fill them out. Just sit back, relax and enjoy the rest of the presentation. Okay. So the thing I want to talk about now is, why is importing from China an awesome business opportunity? I want to get some help from the audience. I want to ask 3 of you, any ideas why importing from China is such a great idea? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Wages are low.
The wages are low in China. Fantastic. I mean, if you try and get some things produced, especially